Alright, puck drops. Vancouver's got it. Sorry, we're going to have a little trouble here. Alright, Red Hawks knocked it around in the offensive zone. Shannon's got it just past the blue line in there. She dumps it towards the net. Vancouver's going to grab it, send it around the board from the corner. Serena held him up. Vancouver missed the puck bouncing off her skates, so the kids take advantage of that, try for a shot. But Vancouver stops them. Nicole signed for it. She gets it center. Wendy's going to step forward and grab the puck, send it towards the net, but Vancouver held it up. Serena tried for a shot, but Vancouver stopped it. Vancouver gets the puck out to the neutral ice and send it down into our zone. So Wendy's going to grab it, misjudges, so it hits the Vancouver player, so it's still in our zone. Alice has it behind her net. She's going to reverse it, send it over to Wendy. Wendy's going to hold on to her a second. Get a pass over to Shannon. Shannon tries to bring it out there. Vancouver knocks it off her stick, but she picks it right back up. Gets out to neutral ice. Vancouver knocks it off. Wendy grabs it, Goes for a pass to Laura, just off her stick into the offensive zone. Vancouver dumps it back out, goes into ours. Alice is able to grab it, tries to get it over to Jesse, but it bounces back and forth across that blue line for offsides. We got the face off. Laura gets a tap forward. Vancouver gets it, passes to their player. They pass it up and take it into our zone. Vancouver still has it in the corner. We pass it back to their D. Goes over to the boards. Fiona knocks it off her stick, and Anastasia gets it. Tries to send it back up to Fiona, but Vancouver holds her up. Okay, knocked around in front of the net. Luckily, Anastasia grabs it, sends it, tries to send it out, but Vancouver stops it at the blue line. Gets over to Quinn, and knocks it over to Fiona. She gets it in the offensive zone. Then Vancouver grabs it, sends it down the ice. No icing. Anastasia grabs the puck behind her net, sends it up to Quinn. Quinn sends it over to Allison. Gets knocked around neutral ice. It's Anastasia. She sends it over to Havana. Vancouver takes it, gets a breakaway, takes a shot, blocked by Cora. Cora blocks a rebound. Puck goes loose behind the net. Someone's able to knock it out, but Vancouver keeps out a blue line. They set it on the net again, and Cora blocks. McKenna's able to grab it, skate it out to neutral ice. Takes it into the offensive zone, which is going to dump it in. McKenna fights for it along the boards, goes loose to the corner, and Vancouver grabs it. Allison's able to knock it away from her, but the other player picks it up. McKenna's fighting for it in the corner. Allison's going to try to help her out. McKenna comes away with it, but gets kind of stuck on her feet. Puck goes loose to the boards. Wendy's going to step forward, sends it towards the net. McKenna tries to tap it in, but it goes behind to the corner, and Vancouver grabs it. Try to send it out, but Wendy keeps it in at the blue line. Wendy goes for a shot, caught by the goalie. 11:54 left in the first. Right, after the face-off, puck goes loose to neutral ice. Wendy's going to grab it along the boards. Passes it over to Alice. Alice is trying to pass it back to Wendy, but it hits the boards. Wendy's able to grab it, though. Sends it forward, but it goes to Vancouver. Vancouver's passing it around in neutral. Dumps it into our zone, but Alice is going to stop it just past the blue line. She's going to pass it up to Nicole. Nicole's going to bring it into the offensive zone. Gets a nice pass over to Serena. Serena's trying to keep hold of it. She gets passed back to Alice. Just off her stick, but Alice picks it back up, tries to send it forward, but Vancouver stops her, but she knocks it back off Vancouver's stick. Shannon picks it up. She's able to grab it, send it towards the net, goes behind. She's able to grab it off Vancouver. Nicole fighting for it, comes back to Anastasia, sends it back to Shannon. Serena's fighting to get control of it. Puck goes loose to the blue line. Anastasia keeps it in, gets it up to Shannon. Shannon's fighting Vancouver to get control of the puck. Vancouver comes away with it. They send it over to the corner. Come with the board. Anastasia's going to step forward and get it away from them. Vancouver's going to send it around the board to the other side. They're able to get past Alice. They're going to skate down into our zone. So we've got three players who skated hard to hold her up and go to center it, but Anastasia stopped that. Alice grabs the puck. Goes for a pass to Shannon, which is a little bit far. Puck comes back to Anastasia at our blue line. She goes for a pass over to Laura. Laura's able to bring the puck into the offensive zone. Knocked away by Vancouver. Puck's back out of neutral ice. Knocked back in the offensive zone, back out to neutral. Anastasia's got it. She dumps it into defensive zone. Vancouver's going to pick it up to the right of the net. Trying to get a hold of it. She's able to kind of keep Vancouver stuck there with it. It goes over to the boards. Vancouver sends it down the ice, but I think Anastasia touched it, so no icing. Quinn's going to skate and get to there first. She's going to pass it up to Fiona just off stick, so it's going to go down the ice. Vancouver's going to get it behind their net, send it around the boards. Comes out loose to the neutral ice. And then into our zone. Anastasia's going to skate to it. Looking for a pass to McKenna. Sorry. Gets that to McKenna. McKenna gets it over Allison. Allison gets the offensive zone. Vancouver knocks it off their stick and sends it back to neutral ice. Dump it into our zone. Wendy's going to chase it down. And grabs it, sends it over to Havana. Havana's going to get a pass over to Allison and McKenna. Allison's going to bring it to the offensive zone. McKenna's going to help her out to push Fort further. Havana's trying to help her out. Push Vancouver gets sent to the corner. Allison's able to get to it first. Goes loose behind the net to the other corner. McKenna's got it. She centers it nicely to Havana. Vancouver held her up for a second, but McKenna gets a shot off and wide of the net. Allison picks the puck back up. Vancouver's trying to get it off her stick, and they're able to. They send it over to the boards. And player tries to send it. Oops! Oh, it's going to be tripping on Wendy, I think. You see that face? Yikes! Whoopsie daisy! All right, 8:38 left in the first. We're going to have a penalty kill. Vancouver takes a shot on the net. Or deflects it behind. They send it up the boards. Gets sent to the corner. Vancouver grabs it, goes centering shot, but Anastasia keeps Vancouver off of it. Vancouver got it behind the net, and that's Anastasia signed for it. And then fortunately they got it in front of the net, and Vancouver was able to knock it in at 8:15 left in the first. Score is, oops. I mean, I'll take the point, but score is 1-0 Angels, Vancouver. Okay. Out on the ice, we have Shannon, Serena, Nicole, Wendy, and Alice. Puck's in our zone. Wendy's going to pick it up. Takes it behind the net. Tries to reverse it. Vancouver knocks it off their stick, but they pick it back up. Trying to get out with right by the net. Gets over to Serena. Serena's trying to knock it out, but it hits some Vancouver bodies. Vancouver grabs it, but Alice is able to stop it and take it. Oops. Now it's a neutral ice. And it's sent down into the offensive zone, where Vancouver will grab it. Shannon's putting some pressure on them. Wait. Oh, yeah, sorry. My brain died because I forgot they scored, so Wendy's back on the ice. So I was like, what are they doing out there? Anyway, Alex gets the puck, tries to pass it over to Shannon. It's just a little far to Vancouver, grabs it. Tries to dump it in her zone, but Wendy grabs it just past our blue line. Knocked off by Vancouver. Ward's going to pick it up in neutral ice. Gets it into the offensive zone. She's got Fiona waiting for it by the net. She gets to center Fiona. Fiona tries, but it's blocked by the goalie. Puck goes out to neutral ice. Quinn's going to chase it down. Quinn's going to take it behind her net. Skate it. She's got some room, so she's going to keep skating. Gets it past Vancouver. Tries to dump it into the offensive zone, but Vancouver holds it up. Sorry, it's going to be hard by the boards by me to get them. But it's in our zone now. Vancouver gets it along the boards. McKenna's putting pressure on Anastasia. Able to knock it away. Puck gets sent loose to the corner. Vancouver's going to grab it, center it, but Anastasia knocks it away. Vancouver keeps it in at the blue line. Tries to the players, but the Red Hawks are not giving them great chances, so it goes in front of the net. Well, Quinn's going to be able to take it away. Vancouver knocks it off her stick, goes loose by the net. They try to center it, but sent back. It's to Vancouver's D. They try another shot, but Anastasia's going to stop it. It gets up to Fiona, who's going to send it down the ice. That should be, icing. So 6:20 left in the first. Score is 1-0 Angels. All right, puck drops. Got sent behind the net. Wendy's fighting forward in the corner. Vancouver trying to get control of it, but it's knocked away. Allison tries getting up. Vancouver keeps it at the blue line. Vancouver's got it, sent towards the net, but it's wide. Gets deflected back behind the net where Allison's going to grab it. Vancouver knocks it off her stick. When he's able to grab it off Vancouver, but it's getting knocked off their stick and it's loose. Vancouver's going to get to it first on the other side. They go to center it. McKenna holds it up, and Wendy lifts the stick, so Vancouver doesn't get a great chance. They center it across the net, or the front of the net, goes to the other side. Vancouver gets it again, goes for another shot, blocked by Cora and then covered. Vancouver goes for a shot after the face-off, blocked by, I think, Serena. Anastasia's keeping it away. Vancouver knocks it over to the boards. Anastasia's fighting for it. Serena's going to help out, kind of sneaks it out, takes it behind her net, sends it around the boards. Shannon almost gets it, but Vancouver takes it, sends it back to their D at the blue line. But we got Shannon and Serena knocking off their stick to get out to neutral ice, so they'll have to touch up. Nicole knocks it over to the boards. It gets sent into our zone. Quinn's going to get there first, sends it up the boards. Nicole grabs it, tries to get out, but Vancouver keeps it at the blue line. Their player's going to skate it, keeping control of the puck, but we got two players on them. They're not getting a great chance. It gets over to one of the other players in front of the net, but knocked away by the Redhawks. Serena is able to hold him up along the boards. Gets centered again to Vancouver, but Anastasia's going to block it with her body. She's able to grab it over along the side, but Vancouver knocks it off her stick. Quinn picks it up in the corner. Trying to set it up to Nicole, but Vancouver grabs it. It's loose, goes loose by her net. Where Vancouver grabs it, they center it, but it's knocked away by Serena. And then it's getting knocked around right by her blue line. Goes wide of the net. Anastasia's going to grab it. Tries to pass it up to Nicole, but goes just past her. Vancouver keeps it in. Oh, goes for a shot blocked by Anastasia. She's fighting forward in the corner now. And there's going to be a penalty there. Not sure what. So 3:52 left in the first, and they're calling tripping. And I think they're calling that on Anastasia, so we're going to have another penalty kill. On the ice, we have Jessie, Wendy, Fiona, and Alice. Comes back to the Vancouver's point. Going to skate up, goes for a shot, but it's wide of the net. Vancouver's passing around on the side there. Comes up to Jessie. Jessie's going to grab it, try to send it out. Vancouver keeps it in at the blue line. They're going to pass it to their player along the boards. They try to send it towards the net, but Wendy's going to grab it. Picks up the puck. It's got a little room, so it's going to skate it, but it's got some pressure. They're keeping hold of it, though. Bringing it into the offensive zone. Wendy's trying to keep them off of it. Hold them up. The puck gets knocked off their stick, comes loose down into the neutral ice where Alice grabs it. Sends it across to Wendy, but it bounces off their skate and goes into our zone deeper. Wendy's going to pick it up in the corner, and they're going to send it out down the ice, but it hits a Vancouver skate, so it stays in our zone. So Alice is going to pick it up, trying to keep Vancouver off of it. Gets a pass over to Jessie. Jessie's got the puck. She's going to dump it down the ice. So we're going to get a change here. We're going to get McKenna, Quinn, Laura, and Havana out. McKenna puts the pressure on them in their zone, but to get it out to neutral ice and then to our zone. Laura's able to grab it, send it down the ice. I'm not sure what happened there. Oh, we got a penalty on Vancouver. Not sure. I didn't see what happened. All right, 48 seconds of 4-on-4. In Vancouver zone. Vancouver brings it out to neutral ice. Get into our zone. Get to the net, get a shot off, but blocked by Cora. She's going to hold on to it. Out on the ice, we have Allison, McKenna, Quinn, and Laura. Cora net. Puck comes back to Vancouver's D. Allison's able to stop the pass, gets it out to neutral ice. We got 30 seconds of 4-on-4. Allison's going to chase it down the offensive zone, comes back to McKenna. McKenna's going to get a shot, just high and wide of the net. Comes up the board, so Laura's going to grab it. She's going to dump it further into the zone. McKenna's going to fight for it along the backboard. Comes back to Laura. Laura's going to go for a shot, just wide of the net, but the goalie's going to catch it. So have 11 seconds left in the 4-on-4. All right, on ice we have Wendy, Nicole, Shannon, and Serena. I'm just going to keep it in at the blue line. Vancouver grabs it on the board, sends it down the ice. It's going to go straight to Cora. She's going to try to send it up to Wendy, but Vancouver stops it. Wendy skates up, though, and knocks it off her stick. Wendy's got the puck by the net, looking for a chance. Now it's going to be 5-on-4, power play for the Redhawks. So Shannon's trying to keep control of it in neutral ice. Wendy grabs it, gets the pass over to Nicole. Nicole's going to knock it into the offensive zone. Getting knocked around between Vancouver and Anastasia. Comes out loose down the ice. We got 40 seconds of the power play. Wendy's going to pick up the puck behind her net. Going to get a pass over to Nicole. Just comes off her stick to Vancouver center ice, but a bunch of our players protect the net. Gets over to Nicole's going to send it down the ice, and it should be icing. So 57 seconds left in the first, 18 seconds left in the power play. All right, out on the ice we have Alice, Jessie, Laura, Fiona, and Anastasia. So Alice has the puck behind her net. She's going to skate it. She got the pressure on it. Taps it over to Laura. Laura's going to tap it over to Fiona. Fiona's going to bring it to the offensive zone. Looking for a pass. Vancouver steals it off her stick, but Laura's able to take it back. She's fighting for it along the backboards there. Get kind of stuck. Fiona helps out, gets it out, tries to center it, but stopped by Vancouver. But Laura's able to get to it, tries for a shot, blocked by Vancouver. Anastasia goes for a shot, but it's blocked by a Vancouver player as well. Vancouver sends it up the boards, and it goes loose down the ice. So back to full power. Alice grabs it in our zone. She's going to take it behind the net. Looking for a pass. Gets it over to Jessie along the boards. Jessie's trying to get control of it. Goes for a pass, but Vancouver's going to stop it. She knocks it off her stick. And that's going to be the end of the first period. So end of first, it's going to be 1-0 Vancouver. Beginning of the second period, we got Allison, McKenna, Havana, Anastasia, and Quinn for a net. Vancouver has the puck in neutral ice. I'm going to pass it up to their player who's going to skate into our zone. Goes for a shot on net, blocked by Cora. Anastasia's trying to prevent a rebound, and she does. They go for another shot. Quinn's going to block it, though. Vancouver's got it along the boards. Quinn's holding him up. He's out loose. McKenna tries to grab it, but gets knocked down. Puck gets sent out to neutral ice, where Vancouver grabs it. I'm going to send it across and try to send it up when McKenna grabs it. She's going to bring in the offensive zone, just knocked off by Vancouver. So it's right here by their blue line. Allison's fighting for it. Comes out loose in the neutral ice. Vancouver picks it up. Brings it into our zone. Anastasia's going to put pressure on her. She's able to center it, but their player's not able to get a great shot. Cora's going to block a couple shots there. So we got 14-11 left in the second. Go! All right, on the ice we have Nicole, Shannon, Alice, and Wendy, and Serena. Wendy had it behind the net, tried to get over Serena. Vancouver's going to grab it, though. Send it back to their point. Their point's going to pass it across to each other. Kind of gets all the stick for a second, but it's Vancouver. But then Serena grabs it, knocks it out to neutral ice, and then Vancouver picks it up in their zone. And it's up to their player. Wendy and Serena are going to hold them up for a bit, and then the puck goes flying out. Vancouver knocks the puck into our zone. Alice is going to grab it, center. Goes for a pass to Nicole. Alice just passed her. Vancouver's going to grab it. Nicole's going to hold him up, though. Gets into the Vancouver zone. But they're able to pass it back out to neutral ice to their player. Knocked off their stick by Wendy. Wendy picks the puck up, skates in the offensive zone. Wendy's keeping the puck, knocks it back to Shannon. Shannon goes for a shot, blocked by the goalie. Puck goes loose to the corner. Nicole's going to try grabbing it. Fighting Vancouver off, but they pick it up. Try to knock out a neutral ice, but Wendy holds him up. Nicole's able to grab it, gets it deeper into the zone, where Vancouver takes it. Vancouver has it behind their net. The player decides to skate it out, able to hit it around Wendy. Sends it forward, but it goes straight to Alice. Alice is going to go for a pass over to Shannon. Vancouver knocks it off her stick and brings it into our zone, but Shannon's going to put pressure on him. Gets to Wendy. Wendy's going to send it out to neutral ice. Where Nicole's able to get it away from Vancouver and get it to the offensive zone. Vancouver's got to pick it up by their net, send it up the boards to their players. And then they're going to try to knock it to their players in neutral ice. But Anastasia's got their stick, and Laura picks it up and brings it to the offensive zone. Vancouver takes the puck, tries to do something with it, but Laura holds them up. They send it around the boards. Quinn's going to keep it in at the blue line. Gets it knocked over to Jessie. Jessie sends it towards the net, but blocked by the goalie. Laura has the puck. Sends it over. Great pass to Anastasia. Goes for a shot on net. Blocked by the goalie. Puck comes back to Quinn. Quinn's going to send it towards the net. Vancouver's going to block it. Skate it out to neutral ice. Brings it into our zone where they're going to dump it. Anastasia's going to chase it down. Gets to it first. Tries to send it the boards. Vancouver holds her up. So she's going to hold them up behind the net. Puck comes loose in the corner. Quinn grabs it, sends it up the boards where Fiona's going to take it. She goes for a pass over to Jessie, but it goes to the boards. Jessie will pick it up, though. Dumps it into the offensive zone. They're going to get a line change. Vancouver has the puck behind their net. They're going to skate it. Try to send it out. Wendy holds it up for a little bit, but it gets to the Vancouver player, and they're going to fight for it along the boards here. Savannah and Allison. Puck goes stuck along the bars, gets loose out to Wendy. Gets tapped over to Anastasia, and she's going to get a nice pass over to McKenna. McKenna's going to keep control of the puck and bring in the offensive zone. She goes for a shot, just wide because the Vancouver got on her stick. She's going to send it back to the point. Alice is going to send towards the net. Bounces, goalie blocks it. That was beautiful. I think that was McKenna was able to tap it in as she falls over. So 10:51 left in the game, scores 1-all. All right, out on the ice we have Shannon, Serena, Nicole, Alice, and Wendy. We're fighting for a neutral ice. Puck comes into our zone. Vancouver has control of the puck. Goes to center. Wendy holds it up. Oh, it goes loosely to Cora, but she's able to get it covered up. 10:40 left in the first. All right, Serena gets the puck back to Wendy. Wendy sends puck back to Serena. I think. Sorry, I missed it. Vancouver gets a hold of the puck, tries to send it towards the net. Deflected by Wendy, but Cora blocks the shot. Got stuck under Wendy's feet. Vancouver pokes it. Nicole's able to grab it in the corner. Alice is going to pick up the loose puck in our zone. Tries to get it out, but it hits a Vancouver skate. Shannon gets a hold of the puck. She's able to get to neutral ice. It's getting knocked around. Serena's going to get the puck by the boards. She's going to knock it back to Wendy. Wendy's going to pass it up to Shannon. It's going to come over here to the boards. Shannon's able to dump it into the offensive zone. Vancouver's going to pick it up behind their net. Send it to their player on the other side there. Brings it out to neutral ice. We're going to skate into our zone. Anastasia's going to put pressure on her. She's going to go behind her net. Puck goes loose to the corner. Anastasia's able to hit up the boards, but Vancouver grabs it. Trying to send it around, but Anastasia's holding him up, and the Twins able to grab the puck. Trying to keep it off Vancouver. They get it centered, but Anastasia's able to knock it away. And then Laura's going to help, and then Anastasia saves the back door there. Puck comes out to neutral ice, and then Vancouver has it in their zone. Sends it back to neutral. It's Laura. There's a little bit of miscommunication there, so Vancouver's going to get the puck into our zone, but they accidentally knock it into neutral ice. Fiona's able to knock it off their stick, gets it in the offensive zone. Vancouver's able to bring it back out, though, gets it into our zone. Quinn's going to lose control of the puck, comes back up to Fiona. Fiona's able to dump it out to neutral ice, and she's going to chase it down. Vancouver's going to pass it up to the player, but Laura's going to knock it off their stick. Vancouver picks it up by the boards and comes into our zone. We go for a shot, but it's high. It goes to the other side. Jesse's able to grab it, tries to get out. Vancouver keeps at the blue line. They pass up their player, but it's to Anastasia and Quinn. And they try to get it out, but Vancouver keeps it in. Puck goes loose to the corner, comes up the boards. Vancouver's able to grab it, tries to center, but none of the players are there, so it goes across ice to the boards. They send it back to their D. They send it towards the net, but it's going to be wide, but Cora deflects it to the corner. Quinn grabs it, tries to send it out. Vancouver keeps it in, goes loose to Jesse. Jesse's going to bring it out to neutral ice. She's able to keep it and get in the offensive zone, sends it towards the net, just wide, but just dumping it in there. Kenna's going to come in, put some pressure. Amanda's going to come in and help out. Amanda's able to get a hold of it. Takes it by the neck. Oh, goes for a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Puck comes up the boards when he's going to step forward and keep it in the zone. Come back up the boards, so then we get to Wendy. Wendy's going to head towards the net, blocked by the goalie. Goes to the corner. Vancouver grabs it. Trying to. They're going to set it up the boards. It's going to go down the ice into our zone. They called off icing. Alice picks up the puck. She got room, so she's going to skate it. Brings it out into neutral ice. And then gets to the offensive zone. Alice dumps it back to Havana. Havana goes for a shot just wide of the net. Comes up the board. Where a little bit miscommunication between Allison and Wendy, or they're trying something, I don't know. But it goes to the corner. Vancouver picks it up, sends it out to neutral ice, and then goes into our zone where we'll pick it back up. We go to center, but Alice is going to stop with her stick. Wendy's going to hold Vancouver up, goes loose into the corner. There's all kinds of craziness happening. Cora blocks a shot. Vancouver grabs it in the other corner, tries to center it, but Alice is going to take it. She's trying to figure out what she can do with it. She's getting held up by Vancouver. Tries to send out Vancouver, stops it for a second, but gets to their D and they send it back to their player, who has it all on the boards. They go to center it, but it goes across ice. They try to send their D, but it's deflected by Allison and goes down the ice into the offensive zone. Vancouver gets to it first, but Allison's right there. Vancouver is going to skate it. It will bring out some neutral ice, and then brings it back into our zone. Just knocked off her stick. They go for a shot blocked by Cora. Serena almost had that. She blocked one, but they got another shot off. 6:05 left in the second. Score is 2-1 Vancouver. All right, on ice we have Shannon, Serena, Nicole, Anastasia, and Quinn. Vancouver has it in our zone. Quinn stops it in center. Gets it over to Shannon. Shannon's going to bring it out down the ice. Gets to the offensive zone. Shannon still has control of the puck. It's a good chance. She gets a shot off, but it's blocked by the goalie. It went up high, so I don't know if that's why they whistled it, because it went up pretty high. All right, puck drops, comes back to Anastasia. She keeps it at the blue line, dumps it in, or dumps it, sends it deep. But she can't get the center. Nicole trying to get a shot off, but held by Vancouver. Serena's trying to help her out, but it comes over to the boards. And Vancouver's going to bring out some neutral ice. We get into our zone. Serena's able to get it away from her stick. They both go down. Quinn's going to help her out. It's knocked up to Shannon. Shannon's trying to get a hold of it. Vancouver grabs it, centers it. Anastasia's going to stop it, sends it out down the ice. And icing. Oh, no icing. Never mind. Just kidding. Vancouver has it in their zone. Shannon's able to knock it away from their stick in neutral ice, but then it gets into our zone where Vancouver gets it. We go for a shot on the side of the net. Puck goes behind where Anastasia grabs it, sends it up the boards, but Vancouver keeps it in. We're going to send it to the play in the corner. They try to send it, knocked away by Cora's stick. Puck goes over to the boards where Fiona's going to pick it up, skates it out to neutral ice. Knocked off her stick by Vancouver. Comes back into our zone where Anastasia holds it up, but goes loose to the board. She'll get there first, but got some pressure from Vancouver. She's able to send it around the boards, though. Fiona's going to grab it, sends it out to neutral ice where Vancouver grabs it. They're going to try one other player. Laura stops for a second. But Vancouver picks up, brings it to the zone, goes for a shot on net, but it's wide. Anastasia grabs the puck, sends it towards the Fiona. Fiona's able to skate it down the ice, gets it dumped into the offensive zone. Vancouver will pick it up behind their net, get up to their player along the boards. Pass it to another player, gets it out to neutral ice, and tries to send it to a player on our blue line, but it goes into the icing. 3:55 left in the second. All right, on the ice we have Shannon, Havana, Wendy, Alice, and McKenna. McKenna gets it sent to the corner. Vancouver's going to send it at the boards. Alice is going to grab the puck. Dumps it towards the net, but Vancouver holds it up. Gets sent towards to the boards. Vancouver picks it up, brings it out to neutral ice, sends it across to their player. She's going to bring it into our zone. Vancouver goes to center. It's held up by Alice, but Vancouver grabs it, almost kicks it into the net, but goes over to the boards. Ford made a great save there. Havana picks it up. Great pass over to Shannon. Shannon's going to bring it out to neutral. Gets it in the offensive zone. Shannon still got the puck, but Vancouver's all over. Vancouver has it on the boards. Able to pass out to their player, brings it to neutral. Then into our zone. They go for a pass, but whiff it. So also going to take advantage of that. Ken's going to help out. Trying to get the puck. Gets over to Havana. Havana's going to send it down the ice. Should be icing. Vancouver's goalie's just going to chill out down there. 2:54 left in the second. All right, on the ice we have Allison, Nicole, Serena, Anastasia, and Quinn. All right, puck drop. Serena gets a knock back to Quinn. Quinn's going to, send it up the boards. Nicole's able to knock it away from Vancouver, but the other play keeps it in at the blue line. Serena and Nicole would knock it out to neutral ice where Allison grabs it, but Vancouver takes it off her stick, but brings it into their zone. Vancouver has it in the corner. Allison's going to put some more pressure on it. They try to send out, but Serena's going to stop it. They're trying to get it off Vancouver again, but they knocked around. Comes out loose to the neutral zone. Anastasia will grab it though. Dumps it back into the offensive zone. Vancouver pick it up behind their net. They try to send it out. Quinn keeps it at the blue line. Allison's going to fight for it in the corner, but Vancouver has it. Bringing out some neutral ice. Go for a pass to the player, but it goes to the boards and bounces. It's in our zone. Quinn's going to put pressure on him. Gets it away from him. Gets over to Nicole. Nicole's trying to get it out, but Vancouver keeps it in. They try to dump it, but Quinn's going to stop it. Quinn's got the puck, so we'll send out to neutral ice. Vancouver grabs it. Comes into our zone, but Anastasia's going to hold up. And I thought that bounced out, but I guess not. It just went up by the bench a little bit. 5-4 along the boards here. Vancouver's able to grab the puck and goes for a shot. Bounces off Cora, goes over to the corner there. They go for another shot, bounces off Cora's pads. They go for another shot, but it's wide. Comes up the boards here. Vancouver grabs it. Yeah, they go to center, but Fiona's able to knock it over their stick, but they keep it in at the blue line. Vancouver gets another shot, caught by Cora. 1:03 left in the second. All right, on the ice we have McKenna, Alice and Wendy, Allison and Havana. Allison has the puck in neutral ice. She's able to bring it to the offensive zone. She taps it back to McKenna. McKenna goes for a shot. Oh, caught by the goalie. It almost fell out of her glove. That was a good try. All right, puck drop gets over to Allison. Allison's back to Wendy. Wendy's going to send it towards the net. Blocked by the goalie. Goes loose to the corner. McKenna's going to chase it down. Going to hold it up. Stuck there with Vancouver. Dana's trying to help her out. Puck goes loose. Behind the net. Vancouver will get there first and be able to poke it up the boards. And they're going to skate it. Pass it to the player to the neutral ice. Goes past the mill. Goes loose into our zone. Also trying to keep Vancouver off it. She's able to stop it from getting centered and takes the puck. Trying to throw along the boards. Gets it tapped over to Shannon. And then gets over to McKenna. McKenna grabs the puck. Just gets it knocked out to neutral ice. Shannon's going to chase it down. Ice Vancouver on the board. And that's going to be the end of the second period. So score is 2-1 Vancouver. All right, on the ice, we got Nicole, Serena, Shannon, Alice, and Anastasia pouring net. Vancouver gets the puck after the face-off, trying to get into our zone. Just some of our players get into our zone. Until they're knocked it off their stick with Serena's also he knocked back and forth a lot. Ooh, I got it off close to the net, but Anastasia sends it away, but Vancouver keeps it in our zone. Anastasia has the puck. She got some room, so she's going to skate it. Be able to dump it into the offensive zone. She's going to chase it down. Oh, she sent it towards the net, but the goalie's going to deflect it away. Comes out down the ice. It's going to be icing. All right. On the ice, we have Fiona, Laura Quinn, Wendy, and Stasi. Puck comes out neutral ice. Stasi keeps it out of our zone. Vancouver grabs it back in neutral ice and gets it back in our zone. Then knocks it off for stick, tries to send it out, but Vancouver keeps it in. We got to send it towards the net, but Stasi's going to keep it away. Wendy grabs it behind the net. Vancouver's right on him, though. Trying to get that puck. Vancouver comes away with it, but we got two players on him. Got Laura and Wendy fighting for it. Gets to the corner. Wendy's going to tap it off the boards to Quinn. Quinn's able to keep it away from Vancouver. Gets it out to neutral ice. Outside her stick, but it goes to Laura. Laura's trying to dump it in, but it's kind of stuck on her skates. Able to get dumped into the offensive zone where Vancouver got it behind their net. Gets sent up the boards. Vancouver's skating out, but Quinn's holding them up. Neutral ice. Gets it tapped over to Wendy. Wendy gets it over to Laura. Laura tries to get over to Fiona, but it's just past her stick into the offensive zone. Ooh, Vancouver tries to send it out, but not close enough by Fiona. Then she holds up along the boards. Laura's trying to help her out. I'm stuck in the corner there. Laura gets it out. Wendy sits forward to try to get it. It's just past them, but they keep it in the zone. Picks it back up. Knocked away by Vancouver. Comes back to Laura, who's covering at the blue line. Laura puts it in deeper. Vancouver grabs it, sends it out down the ice. Alice is going to grab it just past our blue line. Passes over to Stasi. She's going to skate it. She's got a little bit of room for some line changes going on. She brings it in the offensive zone. Ooh, just loses her skates there, but holds it in the corner. Vancouver comes away with it. Sends out to neutral ice where Alice will grab it. Alice is going to pass over to McKenna. McKenna's going to pass it over to Stasi. She's going to dump it in the offensive zone where Vancouver saw it just past the blue line. Vancouver tries to send out, but Stasi keeps it in. Gets over to Havana. Havana sends it towards the net, blocked by the goalie. McKenna's going to grab the puck, though. Trying to keep Vancouver off it. She's able to. Trying to control the puck. Gets it centered. Goes cross ice. Allison's going to skate it down and gets it for Vancouver. Goes for a pass to Stasi. Stasi's going to try to send it towards the net, but Vancouver stops it. Gets knocked out to neutral ice and then to our zone where Wendy's going to chase it down. Is able to pick it up first in our zone. Going to skate it. Brings it back out to neutral. And then gets in the offensive zone. Gets it past some Vancouver players. Still has the puck. Goes for a shot. Blocked by the goalie. Oh, it was loose. It was loose. All right, on the ice we have Serena, Nicole, Shannon, Wendy, and Alice. Wendy keeps the puck stuck on the boards there. He was trying to get it out. Wendy's holding them up. Vancouver comes away with it. They're going to take it back behind their net. Send it up the boards. Other player gets it. Serena keeps it in at the blue line. Vancouver grabs it, sends out to neutral ice where they have a player. Player's going to bring it into our zone. Wendy's going to chase him down. They send it towards the net, but it's wide. It goes across ice to the corner. Alice grabs it, tries to bump it over to Shannon, but Vancouver's holding him up. Alice is going to pick the puck back up by the boards. Sends it forward to Nicole. Gets knocked out to neutral ice, but Vancouver takes it. It's knocked off their stick, and Nicole grabs it, gets it just into their zone. Vancouver gets to try to send it up, but Shannon's going to keep it in. She's going to pick up the puck, tries to center. Oh, it was a nice shot on goal. But block of the goal is loose. It's still loose in front of that net. Serena's trying to grab it. She gets it. Oh, they're holding up her stick. All kinds of crap. Anyway, comes over here along the boards. Vancouver takes it, brings it out to neutral ice. Sazi puts pressure on her, so they're just going to dump it. She's going to chase it down. Vancouver grabs it, centers it. They do have a player that finally steps forward, grabs it, gets a shot on net, though, and Cora's going to block it. 10:22 left in the third. Right, on the ice, we have Fiona, Quinn, Laura, Wendy, and Sazi. Puck comes back to Wendy, trying to fight out. They lose their skates. They try to block it over to Cora, and luckily she's able to get a glove on it. That was a little scary. Puck gets knocked up way up high. Sazi's able to grab it by the side of the net, keep it away from the goal. Vancouver's got it. They send it back to their point. Sends towards the net. Sazi's going to deflect it, gets stuck by Wendy's skates, gets sent over where Quinn can grab it. She's going to bring it out to neutral ice. She's able to dump into the offensive zone. The puck will go over to the corner. Vancouver's going to send it up the boards. Comes up to neutral ice while Alice grabs it. She's going to send it across to Fiona, but Vancouver deflected up high, and then they pick it up. Wendy's going to knock it off her stick. Oop, and they knock it out over the boards. On the ice, we have Havana, McKenna, Allison, and then Allison Wendy. Puck comes back to Alice. Gets it over to Havana. Havana's going to skate the puck. Be able to get it dumped into the offensive zone. Puck is loose behind the net. Allison's able to get to the first one. Vancouver right on her. She's trying to get a hold of that puck. McKenna's able to grab it. Gets it over to Havana. Havana goes for a shot just wide of the net. Comes off the boards. McKenna's going to grab it. Sends it back to the corner where Vancouver takes it. When he goes step forward and keep it in, but then it goes over to Vancouver and they're able to bring it out to neutral ice and then into our zone after some passes. They try to center it, but Alice is going to block with her skates. Vancouver keeps it in our zone though, so it's getting knocked around. Vancouver's able to get it centered, but it goes past their player to the board where Havana picks it up, sends it over to Allison. Allison's going to pick it up in the offensive zone. She's going to pass it back to McKenna. McKenna's going to go for a shot, blocked by the goalie. Snatched right out of the air. 8:33 left in the game. Score is 2-1 Vancouver. All right, on the ice we have Nicole, Shannon, Sazi, Alice, and Serena. Serena's fought for the face-off, got it sent over the corner. She picks it up and send it around the boards. Going to go over to, or Nicole's going to grab it. Allison's going to take it, backhands it back to Nicole. Nicole tries to backhand it, center it, but it gets to Vancouver, and they bring it out on the ice. Get into our zone. Also put some pressure on so they don't get a shot, but they get it centered. Their players just don't make contact with it, so it goes across ice. Vancouver has it in the corner, and Sazi knocks it off their stick, but she's able to pick it up. Tries to get over to Shannon, but it comes out just past the blue line, so Vancouver's going to have to touch up. And then we had one player still, it wasn't quite clear, so offsides. All right, on the ice we have Quinn, Fiona, Laura, Wendy, and Anastasia. All right, puck drop. Laura gets it knocked over to the boards. Sazi's going to chase it down. Sends it up. Puts it up to Fiona. Goes up the boards. Vancouver picks it up just past their blue line. They're going to send it up the boards, but Laura grabs it. Just gets into their zone. Fiona's trying to help her out. Comes back out to neutral ice. Go to pass it to Wendy, but it hits Vancouver skates. So it's going to go loose, and then Vancouver picks it up, brings it into our zone. Quinn's right on her, though. Gets the puck off her. So he's trying to help out by poking it out. Vancouver tries to get to another player, but Laura grabs it, gets the pass over to Fiona. Vancouver brings it back into our zone. And I'm not sure what that is. Maybe offside? Okay, on the ice we have Havana, McKenna, Allison, Wendy, and Alice. Allison passes back to Wendy. Wendy passes to Alice. Alice is looking for an open pass. Gets it, tries to get over to Havana. Just a little far. Vancouver grabs it, tries to send it to our zone, but Wendy's going to grab it along the boards. Try to send it out, but didn't quite get enough strength behind it. Vancouver has it along our blue line, just gets into our zone. Alice is able to knock it off her stick, and they get it, just to the side of the net, and they get a couple shots on Cora, but she's going to block them and then hold it. 6:43 left in the game. Puck goes to Vancouver. They get a shot on net, blocked by Cora. Wendy's going to pick it up behind her net. Pass over to Allison, just off her stick, goes in neutral ice. Kenneth's going to pick up the loose puck, dumps it into the offensive zone. Puck goes loose to the corner. Kenneth's going to skate hard. Ooh! She's trying to get there, but her and the other player fall down, so it's going to come up the boards. With Vancouver, they're going to pass it to their player. Press back and forth neutral ice, so they get into our zone. Vancouver centers it to their player. They have it right in front of the net. Goes for a shot blocked by Cora. Man is able to take it away. Trying to get up the boards, so Vancouver keeps it in. Stasi has it in the corner. Comes up to Havana. Havana trying to get hold of it, loses her skates. Vancouver doesn't keep it in. It goes down the ice. It's going to be icing. All right, we got Nicole, Shannon, Serena, Stasi, and Wendy. Puck's in our zone. Shannon grabs it. Able to knock it to Serena in neutral ice, and she's able to get it to the offensive zone. Vancouver knocks it off her stick, goes over the boards. Shannon grabs it. She gets a nice center to Serena. Almost gets it to Nicole, but it goes across ice for Vancouver. Grabs it and brings it out to neutral ice. Wendy's going to steal the pass. Going to bring it back into the offensive zone. Try to keep it away from Vancouver. Sends it towards the net. The goalie's going to block it and send it over to the boards. Shannon's going to grab it. Sends it behind the net. Vancouver picks it up in the corner. Trying to send it up the boards. Nicole held him up, but Vancouver is able to get the neutral ice. Wendy gets it, sends it to Stasi. Stasi gets up to Shannon, brings it into the offensive zone. Puck goes loose to the boards. Trying to get squished, and Shannon's able to grab it. Trying to set the boards. Vancouver takes it. Wendy holds them up. Vancouver's able to keep a hold of it, though. Brings it to the neutral ice and into our zone, but Wendy lifts her stick and gets the puck away from her. Nicole's able to pick up the puck, send it down the ice. Vancouver stops it just past their blue line and bring it back out to neutral and then into our zone. We go for a shot on net. Cora's going to block it, send it towards the side. Behind the net now with Vancouver. They're trying to sneak it in, but Cora's got it blocked, then she's going to get it covered up. 4:23 left in the game. All right, out on the ice we have Laura, Quinn, Fiona, Alice, and Stasi. Alice got the puck, sends it over to Quinn. They try to keep it away from Vancouver. They grab it, get a shot on net, blocked by Cora. Vancouver has it in the corner, tries to send it to their player, but it goes up the boards. At the point, sends it towards the net, held up by Laura and Alice. Getting knocked around. No goal. Cora got it. Alright, out on the ice, we have McKenna, Allison, Anastasia, Havana, and sorry, I don't know if I said Wendy. Alright, Wendy's able to take the puck off Vancouver. Gets a pass over to Havana. Havana's going to get it dumped into the offensive zone. Puck's loose behind the net. Vancouver will get to it first, but Allison's going to put pressure on him, holds him up. And then McKenna gets in there, holds him up for a minute. They send it up the boards. Crosby's going to hold that player up, but it gets over to Vancouver's other player. Sends across ice. Wendy's going to chase it down. They'll knock away from Vancouver for a second. They get a center though. Goes loose in front of Cora, and she's going to grab it. All right, out on the ice, we have Nicole, Shannon, Karina, Wendy, and Stasi. Hold up at face off against the corner where Wendy and Serena are fighting for it. Serena's able to get it loose and gets it knocked over to Shannon. Shannon's going to bring it to the offensive zone. Vancouver takes it, trying to get it out. But getting knocked around their players. Serena's able to knock it off their stick and keep it in. She goes to center it, but Vancouver stops that. Also going to step over and grab it along the boards, send it towards the net, but their goal is going to deflect it to the other side. Vancouver picks it up, brings it out to neutral ice, passes it to their player, but just off their stick. So Alice is going to grab it. Gets a beautiful pass over to Shannon. Shannon's going to bring it back into the offensive zone. She's able to keep control of it, but Vancouver's right on her. Gets knocked away, goes behind the net. Vancouver picks up the corner. Knocked away by Serena. Wendy's able to get a hold of it. Trying to get control, but knocked off her stick. They're going to fight Vancouver forward along the boards. Vancouver's going to snatch it away. Knocked off by Nicole. Nicole gets it back to Alice. Alice is going to send it towards the net, and the goalie's going to love it. 2:12 left in the game. Right, on the ice, we have Fiona, Laura, Quinn, Stasi, and Alice. Laura gets it knocked over the boards. Vancouver gets a pass to Alice, comes out loose into neutral ice where Vancouver picks it back up, brings it into our zone. Stasi puts great pressure on her. She goes to center it. Laura steals it. Laura's going to get a beautiful pass over to Quinn. Quinn's going to skate it, brings it into the offensive zone, dumps it towards the net. It goes to the corner. Fiona's trying to grab it. Getting knocked around between her and Vancouver. Comes out loose. Alice is going to step forward and try to get it. She gets knocked down. Vancouver grabs it, trying to get it out, but Laura's going to hold him up. They're able to send it out across here. So their player picks it up. Trying to get back into her zone, but Fiona knocks it off their stick. She's able to pick it up. Tries to get into their zone, but knocks off her stick. But Quinn's going to take it and get it dumped in. We're going to line change. McKenna's going to chase it down. We were trying to send it to the board, but McKenna's holding him up. He's trying to get the puck. Gets it centered. Manny's going to step forward and grabs it. It's up by the net. Oh, shoots it. The goalie blocks it and was loose for a second, but they're trying to get it in there. 1:08 left in the game. All right, out on the ice, we have Stasi, Wendy, McKenna, Allison, and Havana. Puck drop, McKenna gets it over to Allison. Allison knocks it back to Wendy. Wendy tries to send it forward. Vancouver holds them up. They're able to keep it in, but Vancouver grabs it. It's a neutral ice, so Wendy grabs it, gets it dumped with the offensive zone. Vancouver sends it back to neutral ice. Oh, Havana just kept it in. Getting knocked around, comes back out to neutral ice. Stasi picks up, but we got to clear the zone. Dana's going to get it dumped in. Going to go loose behind the net, where Vancouver grabs it. Vancouver tries to send it out. Anastasia gets it, sends it towards the net. McKenna was there ready, but they held up her stick. 40 seconds left in the game. Vancouver brings it to the neutral ice, gets it dumped into our zone. Stasi's going to get to it first, but has the pressure from Vancouver. So it'll knock it off the board. Vancouver grabs it though, since it's towards the net, but it's wide. It goes to the corner. They try to center it, but it hits Wendy's skates. They go for a pass, but Wendy grabs it, goes for a pass to Allison, but just past her. It's going to go down into the offensive zone where Vancouver grabs it. Since it's neutral ice with their player, it's going to get knocked off her stick by Nicole. And then it gets dumped into our zone where Alice grabs it. She's going to skate it. She goes for a shot on net, but it's going to go straight to the goalie and that's going to be the end of the game. Score is 2-1 Vancouver. And I believe our first game tomorrow is at 10 a.m.